decided to just pop in for another live. Just got a lot on my mind today. Um, so I guess I'll wait for see if we get a few people to pop in. I'm just um, sitting here and we're going to see if we can get some people to pop in before I start talking. Hey Jess, how are you? Oh, today has been one of those days for me that I'm just like, um, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what direction to go in. I'm trying to figure out what to do, and it's like I think sometimes when you get into crafting and you get into just all sorts of different things, you sometimes you get overwhelmed, and then other times you're just like, I don't know. I've just been today has just been a day for me. I ended up I posted a lot of stamps for sale today because they're I have got just way too many stamps, and especially last night I was sitting in here and I was going through stuff. I went through that whole cubicle back there, this side and this side, and I was pulling stuff out, and I was seeing where I just I was finding stuff that I didn't even realize that I had. And I don't know, it just kind of, I guess it bothered me, I guess, more than anything, because I'm like, one, when like if I craft something, if I make something, um, I don't sell it, I don't, it's like when I make something, where's it going to go? You know what I mean? What am I going to do with it? Where's it going to go? Um, because for the most part, unless I do a swap with someone, or I do, I make stuff and then I just send it to someone, I mean, that always makes me happy to do the swaps, and it makes me happy to do the happy mail where, I just randomly send something to somebody and make them smile. But I've been sitting in here and I've been like, I don't know. I don't know what direction to go in anymore. And that's the truth. And that bothers me because it's like, I buy all these things. Like I buy all these laces and trims, and I buy all these beautiful like beads and um charm pieces and things. And then it's like after I get them, I sit here and I'm just like, what am I gonna make with them? What am I gonna do with them? What am I gonna do with the charms after I make them? Because you know, um, I'm kind of in a tough position because a lot of people can go on there and they can open up an online shop. They can sell through Etsy. They can sell online, other places, other stores, and things like that. I can't do that because I am on disability. So therefore, I can't be going out there and I can't do that. I'm not able to. And so, it you sit there and you just kind of wonder, well, what is it all for? I mean, like all of this and all of this down here this is just like some die cuts, and there's some like book pages and things to make like ephemera kits and stuff like that. And, I mean, I could sell something just every once in a while, and that's fine, just like, at a yard sale or a yard sale site or something like that. I can do that. But on the yard sale sites, there's nobody buying this stuff. I mean, they're just not, so I I sit here and I think I'm like, why do I continue to even bother to do this? Why do I bother, you know, hey Miss Elizabeth, how are you doing? Um, but I sit here and I look around and like right now, as you can see, I'm looking around and I'm looking at my bookshelf that has got just it's got these baskets up there and they've got, trim and stuff like that in there. There's trim that, I've dyed. There's, just trims that have been given to me. There's trims that I've purchased. And I want to create, but then I'm like, what do I do with the stuff once I create it? I mean, my room has got, things from other people that have created things for me. And I've got some pieces. I've got 3 Christmas albums that I've made over the last couple of years, and and I want to put pictures in those, and I'm gonna do that. Elizabeth, that's the problem. I can't. I can't, like, I cannot be like selling in Etsy. I can't sell like if I was to open a website or something like that, I can't do that and stuff because I'm on disability. The disability that I'm on, I am not allowed to make extra money like from a job somewhere. I'm not allowed to. Um, so, for me selling it, I could sell something every once in a while, like maybe if I put it up on a yard sale site, or maybe I could have a yard sale and sell it. But I don't know. I think last night I got upset at myself because I came in here and I sat down and I started going through stuff. And right, Elizabeth, because I'm not gonna lie, and stuff. I'm not gonna do that. But that I'm not doing that. So, I don't know what else, I don't know what to do with the stuff, and so I thought maybe I'd come on here and maybe I could get some people in the chat that could maybe, talk to me and help me get through this situation, help me to, figure out something to do. Because last night I was in here and I started going through stuff and I ended up pulling something out from under um my vintage crib over here. I pulled something out that was in a box. Oh, I know, Elizabeth. I know not to do anything in haste. I know. Um, this is something that I mean I have been thinking about for a little bit. I've been like, I've been praying about it. I'm like, Lord, please help me to figure out, what it is that what can I do? You know, because I mean, I love doing swaps with people. I do. I love doing that. I love sending Happy Mail, but because when you do Happy Mail, it's that's when you send something to somebody, and it's not a swap. It's just you're sending Happy Mail to someone, and I love to do that, and and I love to receive that, and I do. I get that. Jessica has surprised me here recently with some stuff that was really really sweet. Um, and me and Elizabeth, we've swapped, and I just I sit here and I think I'm like, I don't know. I guess I sit here and I think to myself, I'm um, like last night, what I was going to say is I had pulled out um, a box, or one of the clear containers. I pulled it out from under my vintage crib, and I got to looking in it, and I was like, there was all these beads and all these, charm pieces and stuff, and I'm like, I didn't even know that I had that. It's like I put it in there, and I put it under the crib because I'm like, okay, I'll put it here so it'll be easy access. I just reach under there, pull it out, and I'm good to go. And then I put it under there and I forgot about it. You know, um, you know, the other day I decided to go ahead and I was waiting on that order from Temu, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm like, I'm gonna cancel it and I'll just, use the money elsewhere. So I canceled that whole big order. And I have all these beads and stuff like that, and I do love to make charms and stuff. But like right now, I've got a pile of beads and stuff that um I had a bunch of like junk jewelry and stuff that and what really, I mean, it wasn't junk jewelry. It was, I mean, good necklaces and stuff that my mom had gave me and my sister-in-law had gave me because they didn't wear them anymore and they knew that I crafted and stuff like that. And I'm like, but what can I do? What am I going to do with them? So, I busted them up, and stuff because I thought, well, if it's not something that I'll use, I can, I can package it up to sell it, and just do like, one sale or something like that. And like all of this stuff back here, I mean, this thing is is full of like cards, envelopes, things like that, stuff for making junk journals and stuff. But I don't. I tried to sell in my on my YouTube channel. I tried to sell like flat rate envelopes full of like stuff to make embellishments, or stuff to make for junk journals, and I put them in here and stuff. But I I sold two of them, and that's all that I sold. And I was like, I figured there'd be more that would be interested in it, and stuff. And I was like, I know I gotta put it out there to really get it out there where other people can see it, just not just YouTube and so because I don't have that many followers, and so that I think hurts me too. When I do like a sale and stuff, I don't have many people, so I don't even know how many people even come in to see the videos. Other than seeing that, where it says like, 10, 14 views, things like that. So I'm sure there's not many people that even follow me that even watch the videos. And I wanted to change that. I want to change that. I want that to be more, I would like to get more of a following and things like that. So I'm kind of, I don't know. I love to craft. I'll always love to craft. I mean, that's just something that has been in me since I was a little girl. I've always loved making things. And now it's just like, I look around the room and I'm like, man, there's and I don't, it's not junk. I know some people look at things and they're like, oh, that's just a bunch of junk. Well, to a crafter, it's not junk. Um, to a crafter, it's like, you have found, goodies, and you want to use those goodies to create things. And so I'm just I'm thinking, how can I make my channel grow? I'm thinking, how can I, what kind of content can I put out? And I've asked for feedback, and nobody. It was like I didn't get any, responses about it, and so I'm like, I don't know what to do. I I don't know. I'm and it's like, I love like I love to craft, I love to paint my dolls. There's several things that I like to do. And and I like having something to do, like when I get tired of one thing, then I can say, okay, hey, I'm ready, I can go over here and paint a doll, or well, I don't want to paint a doll right now. I can go over here and I can craft something. But I'm trying to just figure out what kind of content, what can I put out there to draw people to my channel. And I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get more subbies. I don't know how to get, more people over here on my channel. I have no idea how to do it. And, I don't know what to do. And so suggestions, do y'all have any? Um, I've even to make your channel grow is to put out content. Use Facebook and IG to promote your channel. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know it takes time. I'm not expecting it to, blow up overnight by any means. I mean, I'm just, I'm trying to think of, like what kind of things can I put out there? What kind of content? You know, um, because, I like to make flowers and things like that, but it's like everybody else, you know, it's kind of like, in crafting, it's like everybody puts, out, kind of like the same thing, Um, maybe if I, maybe crafted some stuff, and then showed the videos and stuff of it, maybe that would, help and, and things like that. And then again, like on my because I closed down my Lambert Creations 26, and I closed down my um, Stacy's Little Munchkins on Instagram, and I'm worried. Yeah, I mean, I could try doing that. I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against doing it. I think mainly in my channel, I think that I've got, it is mainly crafters, that are in here that are, whether it be paper crafting and whether it be, you know, um, charm making, things like that. And so, I hadn't thought about putting that on Facebook. I guess mainly because I don't have like it's like I don't have like a lot of people on my Facebook. I don't have a lot of people. Now I follow like on Instagram. I follow a lot of people, and then I'm like because I put everything into my one channel on YouTube, and here I had put made my YouTube channel Stacy Lambert 76. But then I was like, well, maybe I need to leave it Lambert Creations 26. But then see, my Instagram has always been Stacy Lambert 76 because I had my Lambert Creations channel. And then I'm thinking, I'm like, hey, Shannon, I'm in here trying to figure out what to do. I need your help. Um, so, I changed the my YouTube, I've made it back to where, if somebody searches, it'll come up Lambert Creations 26. And so should I have left my Lambert Creations 26 open on Instagram because it's not deleted it yet. I mean, should I leave that on there? Or, I was trying to just condense everything down to where I didn't have to go through, three different, places, because I didn't want to have to, have like my personal channel, then have my doll channel, then have um my crafting channel. I kind of just, moved it over and everything. But see, I have followers and I did, let everybody know that, hey, I'm going to be closing these down. Um, Come follow me on my, Stacy Lambert 76. And I had a few that came over, but then, it wasn't very many that came over to follow me. Um, so I'm not sure if they're, not active. I'm not sure if they didn't see the post, type thing. So I just I guess I'll look at stuff and then I think, I think, well, what am I going to do with the stuff? What am I going to do with it once I make it? You know, um, painting a doll here and there, every once in a while, I can put a doll up, and sell it, it'll be gone, I won't have to, you know, um, recap. Okay, Shannon. Um, I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I don't Yesterday or last night when I got in here, I was, cleaning in here and stuff like that. And I got up under my crib, the vintage crib over here, and I pulled out one of those clear containers. And I pulled it out and I didn't know what was in it. So I pulled it out and looked, and it was like a whole bunch of like just beads and flat back stuff and, things like that. And I'm like, I didn't even know that I had it. And so then I keep sitting here and I'm thinking, I'm like, you're going over here and you're buying all this stuff. And so last night I just sat here and I thought, you're buying all this stuff and everything, and then you're creating things, or, if you create something, what are you going to do with it? Because, you know, I don't have many people that I swap with anymore. A lot of the people that I swap with, they either don't do swaps anymore, or they're just not on YouTube anymore. Um, that type thing, or it's, uh, I can't. That's the thing, Shannon. If I could, I would. I cannot have an Etsy store and stuff because of my disability. I can't. I am not allowed. I'm not allowed to make any more money. Like if if I went on there and I opened up an Etsy store and everything, and they found out that I was selling stuff on there, and and then and not trying to hide it from her or nothing, but I report that I have been having an income, they'll cut my disability check, and I can't afford to lose my disability check, because I mean I'm not able to go out here and stand and work and stuff like that. I'm not able to. I'm not able to. And I know, a lot of people, they like to have comments about that and stuff. And that's neither here nor there, because they don't know my body. They don't know anything, about me. So that's neither here nor there for me. For if somebody wants to be rude to me about, things, they don't know how I feel. They don't know how I deal with everyday life. So, there's that. Um, hey, Miss Leslie, how are you? So, um, that's my thing, and I think that that's something that's getting me kind of down in the dumps. Is I'm like, okay, I make this stuff, right? If I go and I make this stuff, whatever, whether it be junk journals, whether it be charms, whether it be jewelry, whether it be you know albums of any type or anything, paper flowers, whether it be fabric flowers, no matter what, if I make it, then um, I can't, I can't put it out there, and like just have a consistent, I guess, income coming in. Like if I did something and I sold something, like once a month and stuff, that probably, wouldn't be an issue as long as, it wasn't much. But, you know, I don't want to sit here and have stuff that I've made and have to just hold on to it, because I mean, I don't have the space for it. I don't have the space to put all this stuff. And so now I'm kind of, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I'm just like, well, maybe if I do a live, maybe I can get, some, well, I mean, I might could try that. I mean, because I mean, well, Elizabeth, I have done that. I have made things and give them as gifts. But with that being said, um, I like family wise, I don't really have anybody that, like I've got friends, that they like my handmade creations and stuff like that, so that's fine, for birthdays and Christmas and things like that. But as for family, I mean, my sister-in-law is probably the only one that would, you know, like anything handmade. My mom doesn't like stuff like that. My aunt doesn't like stuff like that. My cousin doesn't. You know, um, I mean, I wouldn't say that they don't like things that are handmade. It's just, you know, everybody's got their own style, and stuff. So it's kind of, um, it's just not something that, some of them they probably wouldn't wear it and stuff. And I don't want to, make something, spend the money to make it, and then give it to somebody as a gift, and then, it gets thrown in the trash or, something like that because I just you'd have to know some people that I know that would do that. Um, but I mean, I can, make stuff and gift it to friends, but how many albums can you gift to friends? Um, you know, how many bracelets? How many, you know, flowers? How many, so these are the kind of things that go through my head, and stuff. And then it's, it's like I sit here and I look and I'm like, I've got so much stuff in here right now that I will never use up all the stuff that I've got in here. I mean, I won't. I mean, and that, that's the truth. That's like, that's one reason why I did decide, um, you know, to cancel the Timu order because I was like, you know, I'll just, I used it elsewhere, the money elsewhere, and I'm sitting here now, and as you can see, I'm just looking around. I mean, guys, like that thing right there, that thing that is full of like ephemera type stuff, to use in junk journals and stuff like that. And like I said, I've tried putting together. Um, Shannon, I'm sure she remembers whenever I put together those padded flat rate envelopes of stuff to make junk journals. And I think Shannon was probably one of the people that bought from me, I think. And I only sold like two or three of them. And I think Shannon was the one, as a matter of fact, that bought those. And and the thing of it was is, it wasn't like I was asking, $30, $40, like some people do. No, I mean, it was like, I think I was asking $14 and plus shipping of the, for the padded envelope. Exactly. Well, Elizabeth, you're right too, and Leslie, exactly. Because and and I love to make people smile. I do, but it's also nice for somebody to right, Shannon, hide it under the bed. That's where that box was at, and I had no, I did, I had forgot what was in it. Open it up, and it's got like all these beads and charms, and I'm like, and I just sat here and I'm like, you do not need to be purchasing anything else. You have purchased enough. You don't know, and but it's like you you go to the store. You're like, okay, I've got to go to Hobby Lobby because I need glue. Okay, I'm gonna go straight in. I'm gonna go right back there to that glue. I'm going to get my glue and I'm going to come straight back out. I'm not going to look at nothing else in that store. I'm going in there and I'll get myself, I'm like, pumped up. I'm like, I'm going in there. That's all I'm going for. I go in that door. What have they done? They have changed everything on me. They've changed all the stuff in the store. So now you got to, you're walking down like, okay, where'd the glue go? I used to could just come straight down here to this aisle and it was right down here and I didn't I just blinders on, glue, 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 glue. And then they change it. Then they put it over in like the middle aisle, which okay, that's fine. But it's right in the middle of the floor. So then when you go you're like, oh, well, right over there, such and such, and right over there, such and such. And then what do? Before you know it, you go in for a $12 bottle of glue and you walk out with $150 of stuff that you're like, what in the world? What did I need with that? And I Elizabeth, that would probably be a good thing. You could just say, okay, I need to order this glue and I need you to bring it out to the car so I can't come in and I can't shop. What I mean? Because it really seriously does. And I'm going to say this, and you know, um, hopefully my mama won't never hear. My mom won't never see this video or be told about this video. Hopefully, but anyway, if she is, oh well. My mom, my mom had a shopping problem. I mean, she did for years. I mean, like my whole, I guess, 20s and 30s. I mean, she really did some major shopping and stuff, and I sat in here the other day. My grandmother loved thrift stores. She lived for those thrift stores. I'm telling you, she's like, you know, let's go junking, honey. Let's go junking. And I'm like, Granny, we really don't need to go. No, well, let's go. Let's go. Here I'd go with her. We'd walk out of there and both of us would have spent, $20, $30, whatever, and um exactly, Elizabeth, order it online and pick it up because you go in there and as a crafter, you're going to be curious about what's on clearance. Now I will say this. Back when I first started crafting several years ago, I did if it was on clearance, I had to pick it up and I would figure it out later what I was going to make out of it. Now I don't do that. I really don't. I don't, there's so many things that I'm like, okay, well, that's on clearance, but are you going to use it? No. Other things, I'm like, okay, that's cute, but are you going to use it? Maybe, maybe not. And if it's something that I'm standing there and I'm like, well, I just don't know. That means that you need to put it back and walk away. And that's what I do. But, and I do the same thing in thrift stores and stuff. And I'll go through a cycle where um I like to go to the thrift stores and stuff like that, and then I'll go through a cycle where I just don't even want to go, and I don't go. And I have gotten really good about the thrift stores because I can go in, and shop, look, whatever, and walk out the door with nothing, and just be like, well, I didn't find nothing I wanted today, and it's different than going in there and being like, oh, well, I really like this and I can use this. Well, are you going to use it is the question. And, so for me, I find joy, in several different things. I find joy in um crafting. I find joy in my reborn dolls. I know to a lot of people they're creepy. I know to a lot of people they think that people like me who have these dolls have got a mental issue. I don't have any, I mean, you know, I don't have a mental issue like anything like I don't know, I know that that is a doll, and stuff. And I hold my dolls, I rock my dolls, you know, I do and stuff, and I will, sometimes say, come here to mama, or something, and that's just, you're just joking, and um I know that, there's a lot of people that, come after people about that. They're like, oh, you're so, what is wrong with you? And everything. And, but I'm just like, I like dolls. I have loved dolls. That was something that I had that was very special between with me and my grandmother. That was something that was very special was I got my love for dolls from my grandmother because my mother hated them. My aunt didn't care for them much. For a long time, I was the only girl. And, so it was always like, that was something that I shared with my grandmother. And okay, what we got here? My grandmother was a big hoarder. It was awful when she passed away. She bought stuff to do yard sales that she would never have, and you couldn't tell her to stop shopping. And see, and Leslie, I don't want to become that person. You know, if you ever wake up in the middle of the night to change their diaper, I'm coming for you. Yeah, if I ever wake up in the middle of the night to change their diaper, or I mean, because there's some that do that role playing stuff, and uh they set their timers for getting up and making bottles, and uh doing all that stuff and bathing and getting them ready for the day and making fake poopy diapers and stuff. I don't do none of that. I ain't doing none of that. Now, I have bottles for my babies, but they're strictly for props. I mean, like if I take pictures, I put that bottle with the doll and whatever. But um no, I no. um but you know I sat in here last night and I was just looking around, just like I'm doing right now, looking around, and I'm like, you like I cannot tell you how many like little golden books. Okay, I bought them. And granted, I now as far as like the older ones, like the old ones, I like those to collect those. I do. And I don't want everyone that's out there, I want certain ones. Well, um now sitting on the kitchen table, I've got a whole large flat rate box full um to I don't want to just, I paid money for them, so I don't want to just take them and and donate them. Now some stuff I do, like I've got a box of stamps in there that I've tried to sell. Those individual stamps, I've tried to sell them like four times now, different ways, and stuff like that over the last probably year or um like over the last couple of years. I've like a bunch of stamps that I've had and stuff, and then like I've bought stamps that come with a bunch of just different ones, and I'm just like I didn't like that, or something like that. And then um I ended up, you know, uh I sorted through and I'm like, okay, I've tried to sell these. They're not selling. Nobody apparently wants them. So those will be going to, Goodwill and stuff, because I'm like, I'm not going to keep just, holding on to them. You know, and I sit here and I look at stuff and I'm just like, people will buy those little golden books. Well, where do I put them, Shannon? Like, um, where, like on the marketplace, or because I mean, I've got a large flat rate box full and stuff. Because I bought some from you that one time, and I've just, I had to, I had, because I wanted to get into making the journals with the little golden books. Well, then I started trying to do that, and I tried to sell them, and then it was just like, people were like, well, you're wanting that for that. And I was only asking like $25 plus shipping, or $30 plus shipping. And they had so much stuff in them. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Over 100. Ooh. I don't, I don't know. I might be there. I don't know. I'd have to count them and see. But I mean, I know I got a lot of them over there. And then the one sitting on the table, I was just like, okay, I don't need the duplicates, except for certain ones. I'm like, I want the duplicates of those because, if I do decide to make a journal, and stuff. But um yeah, I'm sure you are being conservative because I know you, Shannon. There's probably like 300 or 400 in there, if the truth be told. Because I don't remember how many it was that you sold to me. I don't remember. There was, I don't know, however many you fit into that box when you sent it and stuff, because that, I was like, I mean, I love, you know as a crafter, I love, but you don't have any, Elizabeth? Oh, wow. um yeah, Elizabeth, we need to get you some little golden books. I got a table in here with them on it. I can send you some if you want them. But I know that um you know crafting is a passion of mine, and I know this. I mean, and I'm not trying to, I'm not sitting here trying to say that it's not. I'm not trying to say that I don't want to craft. I don't, it's not that. It's just I'm trying to think of, okay, what kind of content can I put on here to make my channel grow? What, you know, um, you know, what can I share on here, and stuff. And because I do want to, grow my channel. I do, and everything, but I don't want it to be like just haul videos and things like that, because Lord knows I have bought enough. I don't need to buy no more. I mean, I don't need to buy no more. And you know, I sit here and I look at the trim and stuff like that. But now, the one thing I will say, I got rid of a lot of trim. I sold a bunch of trim uh recently. Just started vintage paper so I can do junk journals. I want to do shabby glam journals. Well, see, and I could understand that, Elizabeth. I mean, I can. Leslie, see, that's like me. I feel like I just craft for myself, and it's like then I'm like, well, what am I going to do with this, Elizabeth? You sound like me because I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need to do no more haul videos. I need to just put the stuff away, and yeah, we'll leave it at that because it you get on there and I don't know. It's like, and then I tell myself, I'm like, that what are you gonna do with this? That's what I ask myself. I'm like, and granted, a lot of stuff, I'm just like, but Shannon, I can't afford to do those shows, to do those videos. I cannot afford. I don't know how these people afford like all these Dollar Tree hauls and stuff like that. Because it's now the $1.25 and up tree, and just all this. You know, I mean, the other day when I got that ledger, which I put that somewhere, I think over there on that shelf. You know, when I got that ledger, I mean, that one was $10, and I'm like, but I was like, at the same time, I'm like, $10. Then I'm just like, but that is a good deal. This is the first ledger that I've ever found, that was old, and um dig something out from years ago. Yeah, people be like, do they still carry that at the Dollar Tree? Yes, that's good, Shannon. But like I do have things that I can share as far as like uh you know things that I'm making and stuff like that. Oh, now that would be pretty, Elizabeth. And see, speaking of things that we buy, I just found this, and I don't know. It says a family song book, and it was by Reader's Digest. So I don't know what all's in here, but I got it for the pages, the music pages. Um, and it's like you in which now like this wasn't bad. This was like, I don't know, 70 something cents or something like that. Whenever um sing a little. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? I've got way too many crafting supplies. You want coloring pencils? I got 20. Oh, that was good, Shannon. That's but I just I guess I want to know that I'm not alone in the world with this, because I'm like, okay, that cricket and that cameo sitting right over there. I've used that cameo the cameo 3 times. I have used that cricket a total of 2 times. Only 20, Leslie. Yeah, only 20. um, but I don't know. I sit in here and I'm just like, oh, I'm like, and I think that it's really gotten bad whenever you can pull a container out from under your bed or this crib in here and pull it out and then be looking and be like, I didn't even know I had that. I mean it. See, Elizabeth, that's me. Okay, I do love my cameo. I do. Because I love the option that I have. Um, with the flowers that you can make and stuff like all the different cutouts, which I know you can do it with Cricut too, but with the Cameo, it doesn't charge you. I mean, I know the Cricket don't charge you unless you want to get access to all those files. But, you know, I don't know. If I had known that I could use that heat press with the Cameo, I wouldn't have never bought another Cricut and stuff. But I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking that you had to have the Cricut to use that heat press. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I guess maybe I thought you had to plug it into the Cricut. I don't know. I was just like, why did you have to buy this Cricut? And so, I look at it all the time, and I look at it and I'm just, because I don't use it. And I know that you need to use the machines, because if you don't and they don't stay updated, you could run into trouble for that. But um I do need to pull my Cameo out and maybe cut out some flowers and make some flowers and stuff. I don't know. I'm just that's like all these stamps that I've got. I don't know why I love stamps, but I do. I love stamps. But then, you can't help yourself when you go somewhere and somebody's like, okay, well, you get, you know, over 200 and something, 200 stamps here for $50. Then you're just like, oh, well, I got to get that, and, and granted, you look through them and you find, that there's, yeah, 30 brands of, colored pencils. Um, I was just, acting like, Ariel from The Little Mermaid when she sings that, her song on there. She says, "You want thingamabobs? I got 20." And I have to show y'all this, okay? So I went on to that little Temu. I ordered these magnets, right? What am I going to use these for? What am I going to use those for? Look, they are so. I cannot. Seriously, look at that. What am I going to do with those? That's just. And see, that's not even the correct size that I ordered. See that magnets. I was ordering magnets so that I could use these in. Good idea, Elizabeth. I wonder if they'll hold though, because I mean, look at how little and thin. Shannon, do you see how little they are? What are you gonna do with them? I mean, look at them. Little bitty things. See, I was wanting to use those for um well, I guess I can try them in the crafting, I guess. And then here, see, this was about the size I was going for, but these still won't be strong enough for a magnetic pacifier. See how thin, but see these are bigger. I mean, that beats all. I mean, look at how little them things are. There's rows, 3 rows of them. And oh my goodness, I just threw them in the floor. Let's not go losing those. We don't want the cat to get a hold of those. But I mean, that is just crazy. Now I see why they had them in 3 separate or in separate containers. That's just craziness. And that Temu, no, I found them. I found them, Shannon. They're fine. But that Temu, they just do not now. Their prices are not their prices, but the way that they do things are not. They're not as quick as they were when they first opened, if you will. They're very they're getting very slow, I should say, because I had been waiting for 2.5 weeks for my stuff to ship, and they still hadn't done anything to ship it. Oh, well, that one holds on the index card. Well, okay, I guess I can try them in the crafting world. We'll see what happens. If you need the link for them, Shannon, I can find it and send it to you. But I just, hopefully talking to you ladies in here tonight and laughing and cutting up, maybe, maybe that'll help me with, this and stuff. Maybe I need to start doing some, I don't know, some lives or something, You ain't buying from them again? What's the matter, Shannon? You don't like them? They took forever this last time. The first couple of times, it wasn't that bad, but this last time, which now I've still got a couple of orders. Yeah, I've got a couple of things they're already mailed out. I think I'll have to look and see, but they were in the process. I think they had been mailed, I think, and stuff. So I'm waiting on those to come in, but after that, I'm just like, nah, I think I'm good for a little while with Temu. Because I think that you can, go on Amazon and places like that and still find the same thing. You may have to pay a little bit more, but you won't have to wait near as long. So that's a plus with that. But so what do y'all they're bad for that, Shannon. They keep taking stuff off the order, yeah. Um what is some suggestions from y'all? Like what I mean, throw me some suggestions on what I could put on here. I mean, like what kind of content? Because I just don't know. Outfit of the day. No, that's not happening. That's not happening because it's mainly t-shirts and capris of some sort here at this house because I don't go out that much. So no, Makeup. I don't wear makeup. What do you suggest, Elizabeth? Like, I mean, I don't know, like what? Um, that's my thing. I'm trying to figure out because oh, I know, Leslie. Um, like, I keep thinking, I'm like, okay, what can I do? What kind of tutorials? And then I thought, okay, maybe I could come on here and, do like, um, well, I mean, I could do that. But just come on here and share what I've made, or are you talking about doing like a tutorial video? Oh, I love to watch people make things myself. I get over and get lost and stuff, and then I go down the rabbit hole on some of them other things too. Um, I can try that, Shannon. Um, maybe maybe I need to because I watched that um them interrogation videos, like when somebody, has they're getting interrogated for murder or whatever. Um, be one of those response channels to them. And I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just trying to think of stuff to put in the content. Yeah, Leslie, that you're in, Shannon. I'll be one of those that come on there and give my opinion as to what I think happened. I do like watching some of those channels. I mean, I do. I watch, I don't know if you call that uh, true crime channels or whatever they're called. I mean, I do watch them and stuff. I, uh, I'm just amazed at how they get into all kinds of just when you hear about how people are, it's just like you would never have thought that this world could be that mean, but it is. I mean, it truly is that mean, and it's sad. But and I want to do some like Bible reads on here. Um, oh, Thomas comes in here all the time and tells me he's like, oh, you're watching that again. He said, do I need to be concerned about going to sleep tonight? And I'm like, no, no, you're good, you're good. I like to watch Paternity Court. But I mean, I just exactly. You are not the father. You are the father. But I just wanted to come on here and and see if y'all could give me some ideas, and hopefully if I leave the because I'll leave the video up, but maybe I can get just some other people interested in watching the my channel and stuff like that, and I can get some new subbies and stuff because I don't even really know how many people that who are like on my YouTube, but I don't know how many are active, I guess I should say, because I don't hardly ever get any comments or likes or, anything. And and I mean, it doesn't bother me. I was just, I'm like, well, I put this stuff up, but I don't get a lot of like comments and things like that. So, I don't know. I don't know, like, if like 14 people viewed it, or it says it's got 14 views. I don't know, like who it is that watched and all that. So, but I thank you ladies for hanging out with me. I am going to jump off of here now, and I think I'm gonna try to organize some of this stuff. And I need to go see if any of my stamps have sold and everything. But I am going to I'll be trying to get up some content and stuff like that, and try to get this channel going. Bye, Shannon. Bye, Elizabeth. Bye, Miss Leslie. Bye, Miss Jessica, if you're in here. I love you, ladies. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.